So it is Monday afternoon. I just got home from work not too long ago. So as you probably already saw, I went camping this weekend and it was actually my very first time camping and it was so much fun. It was the best time. I want to go like every weekend now. Like it was just so peaceful, but also the right amount of like activity and rest. Like it was just the best. We hiked, we hung out with family, we canoed, we fished, we cooked so much over the fire. I read, I wouldn't say like tons, but definitely like enough. I think not having access to the internet was truly just like an amazing experience. I feel like I hear people all the time like talk about like going somewhere remote and like not having internet access, and like I guess I've experienced it on like little levels before, but like a whole weekend, like that was very nice. It was fun like focusing on getting photos and like just memory photos, like not even like to post. I don't know, I just had the best time. The best time. Like I think we're already trying to plan to go again at like the end of August, mid-August, end of August, like Labor Day. This time we went to Lake Hope. It's on like the eastern side of like southeast Ohio. It's a state park. That was pretty fun. We also fed hummingbirds. That's really cool. They give you like a tube of like the little like sugar water or whatever. You have to sit there like in complete stillness and silence, and they like fly up and like eat out of your little tube. That was so much fun. I just had like the best weekend. The best weekend. Like I want to go and do it again this upcoming time. Like I want to go back like now. But anyways, let me tell you about what I read on the trip. So let me give you a brief like reading update in general. Last week I started 2 books because I finished like 2 or 3 different books, and so I ended up starting 2, one on my Kindle, one physical, all at the same time. And what basically happened was I started Swamplandia by Karen Russell, I believe. I don't have it sitting next to me. It seems like it's told from the point of view of like a young lady, young girl whose mom died. Her family lives in Florida. They run this like swamp alligator adventure park almost. So like not like a Kings Island or like an amusement park, but almost like one, but if it was alligators, if that's making any sense. But I'm only like 1 or 2 chapters in, and then basically what happened was I saw that I only get access to this other library book for like a couple weeks, and I knew that it was one that I had to wait on, and I know there's people in line behind me, and so I figured it would probably be best to go ahead and focus on that so I don't lose access. That's happened to me like once or twice before, where I'm in the middle of a library book but it's an ebook and I'm not reading it fast enough, and they just return it like whether I'm finished or not, and then it's hard for me to get back into it. So I figured I'd focus on that, and so I did. So I'm almost halfway through, but I definitely think I can finish it before my library hold is up. And it is called Ripe by Sarah Rose Etter. I feel like so many people are reading this right now. Yes, I'm 45% done. We're following like a young woman, I would say like late 20s, maybe early 30s, who graduated college, grew up with a younger brother. Her parents were very hard on her about being successful and very like money driven, and they were very work focused. So she's now in corporate America working at some tech startup in Silicon Valley. She's very, very unhappy. She's had this black hole that keeps getting referenced like throughout, like very heavily, that's like followed her around her whole life, which I'm assuming is just some sort of like depression, anxiety situation. And I think she's just over the fakeness of feeling like you're just another body, not that you're an individual who's allowed to express themselves without almost getting knocked for it. Like you have to be a very bubbly, friendly, hard worker, always willing to be a team player, like all of these big like buzzwordy type things to, I guess you could say, like fit in and move up to become more successful. And she's over it. But yeah, it is very relatable. I can't lie. There are so many things I'm highlighting. I'm really liking it. If I had to rate it right now, I'd honestly probably rate it a 5-star. It's really doing the depressed woman moving, but just different enough where I'm actually like connecting to it. I feel like I have read so many of those books over the last few years that I have just been burnt out, like over it. Like nothing about a sad young woman has been entertaining or satisfying to read to me, but this has. I think it's the sad woman, but who like is working hard at work. She has a regular job she has to get up and go to, and it feels like a lot of her problems are, I don't want to say not man-made, but she's just kind of doing what she was like told to do her whole life, and life is not going in a way that she finds joy. Like she's not finding a lot of joy in this mold that she was basically told her whole life, that like you do these things and then you're gonna grow up and get all of these things and that's gonna make you happy. And I feel like that's very relatable to a lot of people who just did the, like, you go to high school, you do well in high school, then you go to college, and then you graduate, get like a job, and just keep working your way up. And you don't, I feel like when you're young, especially before you really find and figure out kind of like what you feel like you want your life to be, or kind of trying to figure out like, do you want to start a family? Do you want to get married? Do you want like the normal like structure of like a young adult? I just feel like working like a corporate job, you really start to question like who you are and what actually makes you happy. Because like I said, like I feel like no matter how many times you tell yourself and you told yourself that like, you know that like a job's just a job, or that money's just money and everything's gonna like work itself out and everything's gonna be fine. I feel like not finding a lot of, I feel like having a job that you don't think about all the time, especially when you don't have kids or animals, or you're not married, even if you're in a serious relationship, like your parents are like doing okay, your family's doing okay, all your friends are like fine. Like I feel like it leaves a lot of room and space to focus on work, because work is like one of the things in your life that feels really important, full of pressure, and you have some sort of control over like how you present yourself and how it like goes, I guess you could say. And I just feel like when you focus that much on your job, it's hard to not feel like this impending, like, I don't want to say doom, but like when it gets a little stressful, like I feel like when you're in that stage of your life, you take it very to heart. Like it's very you focused instead of like it's the environment, it's this, it's that. It's very like it's me, like I'm the problem. And I definitely think our main character, I honestly don't know if they ever say her name, but I think she's feeling that, if that's making any sense. But yes, I'm really, really, really liking it. So when it comes to just plans for the rest of the week, I'll honestly probably keep doing this vlog until I finish this book. I have to go back into work tonight to pick up and process some samples. I'm not the most excited. I was in the OR all morning this morning and I am just a bit sleepy. I have to go back into work tonight at like 10:30, 11 p.m. But hopefully in the in-between time I get to read, hang out, eat dinner, rest. It's hopefully what I'm gonna do. I'm just so exhausted. Like camping was fun. I'm tired from camping. I'm tired from being stressed out at work right now. I might end up going to the library. I have to return 2 books. And yeah, I don't know. I'll update you guys all later when I actually read some more. July 27th. I have not been the best with this vlog, but I will say this work week in general has just been a bit nuts. Like Monday really took it out of me. So yeah, I've just been like pretty busy and very, very, very sleepy. I think I even came back from camping a bit dehydrated, I can't lie to you, which has been also a journey to get through. But yesterday after work, I did finish Ripe. I don't know why I'm grabbing my Kindle. I think I've already returned it to the library. But yes, I finished Ripe by Sarah Rose Etter, I believe. I gave it a 5-star. I loved it so much, like so much. She just describes the corporate America doom and gloom, living for a company or for other people around you just so you like can fit in, or so that you can like say that you've accomplished XYZ like so well, and almost like the fakeness of just like being professional in a sense, like because I feel like people who truly are professional are like could be like upset or annoyed or whatever on the inside, but they don't express that because you're at work and like who cares, you know what I mean? And she just describes it so well. She has like this black hole like following her, which is like her anxiety and depression. She's going through some weird relationship stuff she's trying to figure out. And I will say this has been the only novel I've read that's fiction about COVID, or like set around the time of like COVID. So this is like basically like pre-COVID, or like right before COVID, I would say, like hit America, where like America, like right before America started taking it like very serious. And I would say this has been the only work of fiction that I've read that actually seems to be honest, truthful, and feels like that is what happened. Especially if at that time you were working a job that you couldn't do from home, whether your company, like whether you feel like you could have done it from home or not, it's kind of like your company was not allowing you to. I feel like it's like relatable in that sense. I don't know. I just really enjoyed it. It was paced very well. The writing was very good. I could definitely see myself wanting to pick up everything she writes moving forward. So yes, I loved Ripe. I do think though this is going to be the end of the vlog here. I'll go ahead and give you my short little what I'm about to read next. It's called Swamp Lady by Karen Russell. I thought I was going to be able to read this alongside with Ripe, but Ripe is a library book. And I know it's been pretty popular lately, and I didn't want to lose my book, like not finish it before I had to return it, and so I kind of put this down, but I'm only like a chapter in, so it's not like I'm super far in, but I have been liking this. We'll see how it goes. I don't think I'll vlog it, but yes, this is up next on the reading docket, I guess you could say. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.